Hello again. I wanted to recommend two articles for folks to read if, again, you want to sort of dig deeper into what is going on in Ukraine and how it affects people within countries involved and outside the countries involved. This is from today from Foreign Affairs. It's a long article, but again, very well thought out. China is one of the biggest presences in the international arena. There's no denying that. They have a finger in so many pies, and so this talks about what they call the balancing act that Beijing had to do in order, on one hand, to stay in the good graces of the US, its major trading partner, and on the other hand, try not to alienate Russia entirely because their autocratic ruling style is consistent with Russia. Although I think Russia has pretty much surpassed them in levels of cruelty and just sheer control that it exercises over the citizens. They also understand the importance of the precedents because remember, Russia had that little issue with Crimea 9 years ago, and China has this little issue in Taiwan. So, since this is a major topic, territorial integrity, in this war, China is definitely watching very closely, trying to choose its role. There is one very firm stance it has taken, and that is refusing to supply arms to Russia. This article is from today's BBC posts, and this is about non-Russian nationals who live in Russia and their risks of basically being swept in and forced to fight in Ukraine. We talked about, Russian prisoners being basically released to the Ukrainian front, but the question remains how these people end up in prison. In this case, the guy was in prison for a reason. He was a drug dealer. And at no point did he expect to be sent and basically be cannon fodder under Ukrainian bullets. Nevertheless, it is happening. And again, when Russians protest this war, they're not protesting the war itself, but the participation of Russian nationals.